If you've been eagerly waiting for your base Model 3 like we have, we did order one here at Alex Autos to see what the base model was like, then you're sort of in luck because the base model will start shipping soon, only it's not really the base model. Theoretically, the Model 3 lineup was supposed to have an absolute base model that had a different interior, stripped down, theoretically less expensive plastics, that sort of thing going on, although none of us really knows what that was supposed to look like exactly because nobody's ever seen one. And then there was supposed to be the next step up, the Standard Range Plus, that gave you a little bit more EV range and a better quality interior. Well, anybody that's ordered the base Model 3 is actually going to be getting the Standard Range Plus with software limitations to bring it back down to the range and probably the performance that was promised for that Standard Range model rather than the Standard Range Plus. We don't know whether Tesla has ever actually created those interior components or not, but folks that were actually shopping for that base model will actually get the upgraded parts. That actually could be a good thing, relatively speaking. Now, on the downside, you will no longer be able to order that Standard Range model on the website for some reason. If you want one, you're going to have to call them, or you're going to have to go to the Tesla store if one is still open in your area. The logical reason for that is that model may not live very long. It may just live a few months, we don't really know. And the other logical reason is that gives Tesla an opportunity to try and upsell you into the Standard Range Plus. There's been a lot of talk about whether or not the Standard Range model actually makes sense for Tesla. It is likely to be the least profitable model or be sold at a loss. We don't really know. And there have been a lot of rumors swirling around whether Tesla would ever actually deliver the Standard Range model. Because although it looks like we will actually be getting a Tesla that will cost about $35,000, we don't know exactly how long you'll be able to get your hands on one. So if you are sitting on the fence and you're interested in one, then act quickly, give Tesla a call, go to the store, actually place that order and get it done. The other thing we don't know is when you'll be able to get your hands on your Standard Range Tesla either. Because if I log into our site here at Tesla.com, at this moment on the 12th of April, it still says that delivery is pending. We don't actually have a delivery date, even though it has been 6 weeks after we ordered ours. We ordered ours on the launch date. It has been well more than the 2 to 4 week window, and we still don't have a car. But on the other hand, the Standard Range Plus model shows an estimated delivery for our zip code, if I type that in right there, of about 2 weeks. And people have been getting their Standard Range Plus models. The other big news out of Tesla is that you'll finally be able to lease a Model 3 directly from Tesla. That's logically to help increase sagging Model 3 sales. They have been actually a little bit of a decline so far in 2019 in the United States because a lot of folks in this segment actually lease. So about 50% of BMW 3 Series, Mercedes-Benz C-Class, Audi A4 shoppers, etc. lease their vehicle, and that really has been affecting the Tesla Model 3 sales overall. The reason we haven't had leasing yet on the Model 3 is that it actually affects the financials of a car company a little bit negatively in the United States because you can't actually realize that entire value of the car the same way that it would be if it was sold. So with the advent of Model 3 leasing, if a lot of folks end up leasing the Model 3, that actually could have a negative impact on Tesla's financial statements. And lastly, the big news is that if you are shopping online and you're getting that Standard Range Plus model, then you will actually be getting AutoPilot as standard rather than having it a $3,000 option. But it does mean that if you're looking at the website, $39,500 is the new starting price for the Model 3, and that would be that Standard Range Plus model unless you walked into the store again and did that transaction more directly. They've also changed the color options around here, so now silver and blue are $1,000 extra. White is a $1,500 option, and the red color is $2,000. So they've made the color options a little bit less expensive. But the big takeaway here is that although AutoPilot is now included, it does mean that for a lot of shoppers out there, especially if that base model does end up being firmly discontinued in the future, these are going to be more expensive than some of those more mainstream options like a Leaf Plus, the Kona EV. The biggest delta would be with those options that still qualify for their full federal tax credits like the Nissan, the Kia, and the Hyundai EVs. At this point in time, we don't know exactly what's going to happen to those base Model 3 shoppers that selected the optional colors. Will those prices be adjusted? We just don't know that yet, but we do expect to see those deliveries starting to happen sometime either this weekend or next week. But at this point in time, we don't have an estimated delivery date for the one that we ordered, and we did order again on that launch day, so who knows really what's going to happen here. A lot of our Facebook followers over at facebook.com/AlexandAutos thought it was a little weird that Tesla would be limiting features by software in that model, but I actually think that's a good business decision because that gives Tesla the opportunity to have commonality of parts and then, of course, be able to upsell you those features at a later date. We see the same sort of thing with AutoPilot. So theoretically, the base model will have all the sensors required for their standard AutoPilot system now, and then you'll be able to upgrade into that option after purchase. This is actually a relatively wise financial decision for a car company like this. If it doesn't cost too much to put those features in the vehicle and you have a reasonable rate of return if you actually activate those features later, then it does make sense to do this in an upsell fashion. A lot of folks out there will say, well, I can't really afford too much more car at the moment, or I don't want to spend too much more on the car. But then perhaps a year down the road, you're thinking to yourself, well, I wish I had an extra feature here. I wish I had that extra range. You'll actually be able to do that by software unlocking the feature. With all that out of the way, be sure and hit that subscribe button because we will have our full review on that base Model 3 just as soon as we can actually get our hands on it, or I should say the software limited standard range plus model, whatever you want to call it. Be sure and let me know what you think about all this down there in the comment section below. And of course, if you want to get that base Model 3, hurry on over to the Tesla store or call them because that's really the only way you're going to be able to get it now. And of course, be prepared for that standard range model to disappear after a few months. That's what we've seen with Tesla in the past. They're always juggling around the software and order options, so be sure and stay tuned for all of that. In the meantime, be sure and find us over at facebook.com/AlexandAutos, Twitter, all those other things, and of course, click up there to the top of your screen if you want to support this channel. I'll see you next week.